Hey guys, I'm Jaffe. Welcome to Nightshift. I've got my hosts of the show, David Hermanos, Carlos, and Will. Today on our show we have Emily and Madison. This is going to be episode 6. I hope you guys enjoy it. So we'll get right into it. Madison, me and you have been friends for a while. I had a list of questions for you, but since you just said that your Instagram got deleted, we can start right there because I'm sure there's a good reason behind that.
Yeah, I just like to be naked on the internet, so it keeps getting taken down. Yeah, this is my 9th Instagram and 10th TikTok.
Do you have to change the names each time you put it up?
Yeah, I have to change the names, and then it goes to 0 followers, and the whole algorithm's messed up. And
you have a lot of haters.
You had 500,000 on TikTok?
So during COVID, when the algorithm on TikTok was kind of just you post a toothbrush in a kitchen and you get 1 million views, it was so fucked up. I had gotten almost to 500,000 followers, and then I moved to Austin, and then it just kept getting removed, and finally it got deleted. But all that was making me money on TikTok, and then directly correlated to my OnlyFans. So
it worked out.
Yeah, I was working out, but then it stopped working out.
Why did it get taken down the first time? Do you know?
What did you post?
I don't know, because it was just me in a white t-shirt with no bra doing the dances on TikTok. It was just too much titty.
Wow. Okay. And the last time it was taken down was for what reason?
It was just it kept getting
same white
the
t-shirt?
community guidelines. That same white t-shirt just
same white t-shirt
bouncing around. Yeah.
But you haven't mastered it yet.
No. Well, it's different now. I think it's more loose.
So
I was gonna say, I've seen way worse stuff than that on TikTok, actually.
So tell us about how long have you been in the adult or club or nightlife industry? How did it start?
What do you do?
Okay, so I started dancing at 18 years old at a small little club near the airport, and it was very trashy.
I remember.
And then I started working at another club in town, and I was not a very good stripper. I was really awkward and didn't have tits and was not as sexually awakened as I am now. And then, and then take a little time, and then I've done OnlyFans, I've been a cam girl, and now I'm a cocktail waitress at a strip club.
Yeah, you were very boring as an entertainer.
Thanks.
Oh
You were pretty horrible.
Thanks.
I can't imagine.
I would just sit at the bar.
I believe I contracted you because you came with a friend.
Yeah.
Right. She was
I
one
had
of
to
those
phone a friend.
plus ones. So I'm like, well, she's hot. Bring your friend.
Do you think that now, now that you have sexual experience, that you could probably be a better dancer?
Yeah, I just
You don't want
take
to?
all the money at that
She
club. It
would.
wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
She would.
At
Yeah,
which club?
and
The
I-
one by the airport?
Well, and I also think I'm too sexually awakened to be a dancer. I couldn't take it professionally. I think I would be
You bang them all?
I'd be this one's on the highest. I would just push the underwear to the side.
He's cute.
On the highest. Yeah.
I mean, I respect that.
Yeah. I know myself too.
Party
well.
foul.
Do you
Party
put content out every week?
I did, and then I moved back home, and back to Charlotte from Texas, and I was I'm gonna take a pause on that. Try to
So you're not doing the OnlyFans
no
anymore?
more OnlyFans.
Are you trying to kind of steer away from that lifestyle, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Too much fun?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably still dabble in it.
Yeah. More privately.
More, just in my private life.
Okay.
Just home videos.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something crazy must have happened, because then there's got to be a reason why you're sexually awakened and you're working at all these clubs, and all of a sudden you're no more OnlyFans. I'm gonna
Her
be
shit
just
got
a
deleted.
cunt.
Okay,
So something happened.
Six times.
So
Well,
we
She
need
tried.
to see.
She really tried.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm the 12th time your Instagram.
Yeah,
Like,
she just
man,
gives up
we-
after that.
we know
It is kind of hard to build that audience too. So you probably
Yeah.
You need a following
We
to
know it's not
promote.
the Instagram.
Yeah.
Something
Yes.
happened.
Well, so I've been celibate for 7 months, which is the first time since I lost my virginity that I.
Did something happen 7 months ago?
Yeah, so I was seeing someone in Austin, this tattoo artist, and he was my dad's in town, and I was cool. And it was kind of around Christmas time. We were gonna go see Christmas lights, and then they came over to my apartment because I wasn't done getting ready.
Him and his dad, to be clear. Him and the dad.
Biological father. We're in my kitchen. We were partying, shooting the shit, and just hanging out. And then the dad was kind of hitting on me, and I was there's no way. So I go to the bathroom, I'm there's no, I'm delusional. So I was they do not both want to fuck me at the same time. And then I go back into my kitchen.
They did.
And they were both
did.
trying to fuck me, this father and son. And I
You were dating the son.
Yeah.
For how long?
Like a month.
Oh, okay.
Dating's a loose term.
I mean, that's
but no,
that's not an indecent proposition per se.
Me, I was like, I think I was so overstimulated and overwhelmed by the approach that I was like,
Let's do it.
I was like, I gotta go to bed. So I said no, and that I haven't had sex since then. I'm so mad at myself.
Oh, wow.
You didn't do
For
it.
not,
She regrets it.
for not like indulging in that I haven't. So
Oh wait,
that's-
wouldn't that be incest?
yeah.
Technically,
No.
On their end.
I mean,
On
is
their
that
end.
incest?
I mean,
I was
if
a
they
dad
cross
and a
swords,
son.
if they cross swords, yes.
Okay.
yeah, you're like
Okay.
borderline.
I think they were gonna take me to Paris,
Oh,
a little Eiffel Tower trip, but
have y'all been to Paris?
So this must have been like a father and son fantasy. You,
I
you
think
don't, you
so.
don't just
And,
come up on
he
it
was
like,
really
yeah.
hot, but I love him older, so I was like eating it up. I was like, oh my god, this dad is so hot.
She wanted
but
the dad.
I couldn't do it. I don't know what came over me. I suddenly had morals. It was
Huh.
so then I was like, okay, let me turn over a new leaf and try to be.
I mean, I guess your life has gotten to that point that you
Yeah,
got,
I
like,
know, that's what
this
I'm
is
saying.
This is the
Like,
type of
what's
people
next?
you're hanging out with. That
Yeah,
you
what's
got a
next?
father
Like,
and son.
gangbang in the airport? Like I didn't know, so I just
Where do you go from that?
yeah.
Right. You know, like, you know.
Were you
Maybe-
sober?
Where?
No, I was so fucked up.
Yeah?
And yeah.
And you still made that decision? That's awesome.
That's awful. What are you talking about? Now I have
mean-
no fun stories.
Okay.
That's funny.
I'm sure you have some fun stories to tell.
But yeah, that's kind of what put a pause to my.
Yeah, father and son's a little much.
Yeah,
that's like,
what I was
all right,
thinking.
you're
I was
pushing
like,
it at
what-
that point.
What makes them think I'm that kind of girl? I was like, I am not. I need to take a step back.
Oh,
and-
so you had a realization.
yeah, it was a little.
I mean, it probably
An
has nothing
epiphany.
to do with the ball gag tattoo on your arm.
Let me see.
It's Audrey Hepburn.
That's a nice tat.
Yeah, I don't know what gave them that idea.
Yeah, that's so weird. I don't really know what gave him that impression.
Where'd you guys meet? Where'd you guys meet?
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who gets the girls for them. It's probably the son.
Do you think they've been?
This is not a first time.
It was. I felt like it was more of the dad. That's why I was just standing there, right?
That's
and I was
like- that's
what is
kinda
going on
weird.
right
That's
now?
kinda-
My
that's too
cats are
much.
looking at me like, do it. And I'm like, I can't. Yeah.
So I want to know, like, the first time you actually worked at a club or something in that regard. What? How old were you? You said
it
18?
was literally my 18th birthday. I had my mom
Starting
take
young.
me to
Oh, your mom drove you.
an amateur contest.
Oh,
and
to an okay.
Yeah, and I won, and I was like, this is for me. I was like, I love taking my clothes off in front of people. This is perfect. So, yeah.
It was an amateur for stripping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
I didn't start in strip clubs till I was like 22.
20.
To be
Okay.
honest, yeah, it's only
Yeah.
been a couple years. Still a newbie, but I've never danced though. Only waitress.
So,
Okay.
like, how was your first day, like, coming into a club, or what led to that decision? That,
So I worked at a club in South Carolina. So it's a little rambunctious down there. People are really wild, but I really enjoyed it. The club really operated more like a sports bar than anything. But I mean, it was fun. But I don't know. I really do like the club industry, but it's definitely not going to be a forever thing. You know what I mean? It's just like fun. For
You'll
now,
age out,
but
don't worry.
Yeah, I feel like I'm.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
they're
still
always
working on it.
22, to be honest. Yeah. Like,
What'd you say? You'll be phased out?
yeah, you
You'll
aged
age
out.
out.
Yeah, aged out.
I'm not ready yet though. I turned 25 this year.
Yeah,
so.
you got a few more good years.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. Yeah. Definitely not done yet. But my parents were pissed though. My mom didn't drive me there. Like
Yeah.
you said, my dad was so upset. Like literally threatening to come in there. He's like, I'm gonna come in there, this and that. Like I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna go in there and keep coming in there until
Drag
you
you
quit.
out.
Oh, literally, like he's so crazy. But
What did you do before you got that job?
I was always serving in restaurants.
So you were already
Always
a
just
server?
waitressing. Yeah. So then I just like
Was it more conservative or something? Or was it?
I mean, restaurants it's the same type of people, honestly, in a restaurant too. There's, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's the
Yeah.
same shit.
Service industry, yeah.
I was
But
just wondering why your father had such a like.
because he was so afraid I would start dancing.
I see.
He thought that I was
Do you
gonna
think
be.
you're
in-
gonna start dancing?
Was it warranted?
No. Huh?
Is it warranted? Your father's
No,
fear?
like I've definitely considered it, but I just can't. I like where I'm at. I don't.
I see.
My
Samantha.
You don't like the money.
oh my god, my face is so expressive. Ever since a kid, I cannot control my face. So like, if there's this nasty, stinky man wanting me to give him a dance, I'm gonna be like, you know what I mean? I can't create a fantasy for someone
Yeah,
if
of
I'm not
course.
into it. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, let me just stay where I'm at.
So
I can't do it.
So you're a bad actor. So you're
Yes.
saying.
Yeah, 'cause it
yes.
says to act it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can't fake it. If I'm not into it, you're gonna know. So
But you have to find some acting ability as a server, especially in that environment.
I have
Yeah.
that,
Right.
but like, don't touch me though. Like, I'm
I think,
cool,
like,
but don't touch
every
me.
team-
So that's what
Don't
it is.
touch me.
So when it comes down to your line barriers,
I'm
is-
just
is
enough in the comfort
physical
zone.
touch, right?
Yeah. I'm
That's
like, oof.
So why is strip clubs and not clubs? I mean,
I've
that's a
actually, well, because where I'm from, like it's such a small city that there really isn't a club life, truly. So the strip club was kind of that for me. But now that I'm in Charlotte, I'm actually considering maybe doing bottle service or something at another club. Not that I want to leave the club I'm at, but
Yeah.
I've thought about it.
it can be lucrative.
I think we're like in two different ends of the spectrum.
yeah,
Like, she's
I
like,
love
"Don't touch
working at
me."
a
She's
strip
like,
club.
"I'm gonna fuck you for free."
I know, right?
But not really.
She said
What is
on
he?
the house. On the
I
house.
love working at a strip club. I think everyone should do it. It teaches you a lot
What
of,
what do you love
lessons.
about it? When you walk in there, like what is your expectation, or what do you come in? What's your mentality? Do you have to get ready for it? Like, okay, I gotta work tonight. Do you have to like prep yourself, or it's just part of your
No, it's a good
personality?
vibe.
I think like my personality and who I am is perfect to work at a strip club, so I don't have to like I don't have to be drunk in that environment or create this alter ego because it's
You're able to be yourself.
yeah I can be myself.
Yeah.
Whereas like I probably wouldn't fit into like the corporate world trying to be professional.
Right.
So I think I found my calling. But
So, but what do you love about it? What's
well, and it's fun because you get to like kind of feed off of everyone's personality and chameleon yourself, and it's kind of like acting. It's I mean I think it's a good time.
yeah? I mean, I feel you because I don't have to change. I just kind of it's this time around. I gotta go to work, change into my suit, and then I am myself.
It's
and
just
you- and
socializing.
everybody,
And I
so you
love
have this
meeting
different
new people
conversations.
and like kind of trying to figure out the psychology of why they're there because there's different types of people
Right,
at the
right.
strip club. There's ones that are like there for a bachelor party for like one good night or throwing money, and then there's like the ones that come once a week and want to eat cheese and talk to you for 4 hours. So
Right.
it's
You know what?
It's fascinating. I love it.
I always wanted to know because when I first met you when you were 18 and shitty stripper.
Damn, he's shitting
I'm
on
being
you
nice
so
about it. I
hard.
really am. I mean, I was like,
What was the
good
stripper
God.
name?
Keep shitting on her.
It was Sasha. I was like, woo. Like,
I don't remember.
can you move?
I
Can
do.
you go somewhere? But anyway, listen. So you disappeared for a minute before I met you again, and the personality was like a complete 360.
It is, really,
I
yeah.
wondered what were you doing after you left? That put you into this. Who you
When did you find
personally are,
yourself?
like
So
that.
I literally lost my virginity at 18, like right before I graduated high school.
I did
and then
too.
left high school and became a stripper. So it was not like a lot of sexual experiences or anything, like before I had to like be around grown men for
And
money,
be sensual as your job.
Yeah. But then I started dating someone, and I think that was like an awakening in itself. And then I became a cam girl. So that
so
was
the-
a huge.
So the cam girl thing is what brought out that who you are.
What's
Yeah.
that like? Tell us.
He wants to know.
That's a lot kind of like the club, like each person's different, but it was weird. It's just interesting people on the internet. You're like in a chat room and their name pops up and you're like, "Hey, Mr. Big Dick 69, how are you?" And they're like, "I'm good." And they're like, "I want to do a private show." And then it starts a timer and they like pay per minute.
Yeah.
What do you have to do in
And-
the private?
Whatever you want or
Whatever they
What
want.
was your
I think
your
a lot
most?
of people think
You know, we're
it's-
gonna ask. What was the
I think
most
a lot
weirdest
of people
thing?
think it's
Yeah.
like just getting paid 20 cents to put like a cucumber up your butt, but it's not. Like people would be like,
Well, how much is a cucumber? up your
Oh
butt?
my god.
a lot.
Asking for a friend, how much is that?
What's the weirdest like
Yeah,
request?
I want to know what's your
Like,
weirdest,
or the, like
what
you know,
was
what was the
weirdest-
weirdest fetish?
Well, like a
perhaps?
big thing on there is like it's called SPH, so it's small penis humiliation.
Dude, I keep
They-
hearing this.
Yeah, I
crazy.
bet you do.
That's the popular one.
Yeah, but it's like they like to be degraded and be like, put your shrimp dick back in the ocean, and they like get off to
Oh my god.
yeah. Which I'm a bitch, so I love doing that. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So, what was your weirdest request?
That one?
Well, there was a man.
Okay, give me the man.
He would wear a diaper, and he would want to be talked to like a baby, and like he had bedtime stories, and like
Cute.
Yeah, and he was like, "Can I send you a calendar?" And each month has like a different me in a diaper and a different pose. I was like, "Fuck yeah, you can." Are you joking? Send it my way.
A real calendar.
So a calendar.
So he'd say,
It's on a photo shoot.
Yes, I was at a studio, and he sent it to this address of the studio.
I had a situation similar to that, but it wasn't a diaper. It was this guy that liked to be humiliated, but he was like my age. So it was kind of like, oof. He found me on Instagram because I don't have OnlyFans or anything like that. He would DM me. He sent me photos of him and his stepmom's bra, like toenails painted. Like, and I'm like, his whole face was in it. So I'm like screenshotting it, like keeping that in the back, and like as evidence. Because like, what the fuck?
Well, that's
like,
another thing that they
before he
like
unsends
is to
it.
be like exposed.
He wants you to laugh, so I just
Yeah.
like saying laughing emojis and just making fun of him, and he would cash at me a few $100s for that. And this went on for a few months, and then he kind of like drained all his cash because he's young. And then I haven't heard from him since, but I think I still have him.
He's working on saving money.
Yeah. He lost all his money. He was taking loans out at one point to keep sending me money to make fun of him. Yeah, but he would ask me to come walk him on a leash and like all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm
too.
good. I'm not.
Speaking of loans, how much have you made? The most money you've made at a club?
There was one night in Austin that I had made $17,000.
Good.
I know.
Holy shit.
I was
Jeez.
driving
Is there a
home
cucumber in the butt?
to my ghetto apartment. I'm like, I gotta stay up all night watching this big old bag of cash.
That's awesome.
Holy shit.
Damn,
How much they
she-
got?
That was a tip.
She's
Yeah,
stunting
it
on
was
me.
a bachelor party from San Francisco, and it was just a bunch of them. They came in 2 nights in a row.
That's
It was-
fucking awesome.
It was the shit. I was like, this is too good.
Hope you still have it.
I've only made like the most I ever made is like 2 bands in a night. So
That's
you're
a
you're
lot.
shitting on me. You're
That's a
shitting on
lot.
me. You're shitting on me.
So Emily, I have a question. So
Okay.
so you mentioned that on your Instagram you had the guy with the situation where he would pay you for
Just making fun of him.
right.
Like,
So how come it was lucrative? So how come you didn't expand that, or is it something you just don't want to get
Like,
into?
did you
You mean
got
like
a lot of money.
you mean like OnlyFans?
Like, so how come you didn't find more personalities that wanted to pay
Like,
you
if
for
you
that?
enjoyed
since you-
it.
They I don't
Yeah,
know
found
like
someone paying
Start on
you.
Instagram.
Right.
I humiliate people for money.
Yeah.
Or like hashtag.
On your Indeed, your LinkedIn.
I mean,
if you have a
That's a
small
good
dick,
question.
contact me.
I know, right? You see an opportunity kick in, I was like, yeah,
I don't know. It was just like they kind
She's
of
not money driven.
there's a lot of
She don't wanna
weirdos
dance.
and they find you.
yeah.
You know, they find you. You get a lot of like requests in your DMs and stuff of just weird people. And I don't know. I didn't want to go to that extent and make a separate page.
I got you.
But I was like, when the opportunity arises, okay, like let me see when your stepmom's bra with your nails painted. Like I'm screenshotting it and like sending it to my friends.
some
We're all
nails on.
you're in the group chat right now. Like we're all laughing. Like
We've made memes.
yeah.
Oh, God.
And then he like tried to unsend. You know how you can unsend a message on Insta? He
Yeah.
he unsent it, but I had already screenshotted it. He was like, "I'm scared you're gonna blackmail me." I'm like, "I would never." And I'm like, "Have it
You're
saved,
sending
low
it.
key." I'm like, "Try
Emily
me."
is conservative because we've had situations where girls have been like, he's getting blackmailed.
Well,
Right.
I have one that
we're
likes. He's like, "Oh no, don't expose me," and I'll like, he'll pay me like $800 to post something on my Instagram. It's like him with a gag ball on, or like,
With a
and
what?
A bra.
With a what?
A gag
They
ball.
love wearing a bra.
love the
They
gag
love
balls.
wearing a bra. They love that shit.
But and then they'll be like, "Oh no, don't post it," and I'll post it, and they're like,
They
"Oh."
secretly want you
Yeah,
to post
but they're
it.
not like delete it. They're like, "Well, show me who's viewed it." Like they want
want
people
it.
to know that they're like a sissy. That's what they say. I'm like,
You
all right.
actually done this? Huh?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll post anything.
I need
on
to start
Instagram.
watching your stories.
This is why it keeps getting deleted.
It's not about the white T-shirt. This is why it's getting deleted.
yeah.
I guess you can always start a new one. Like,
Yeah.
who cares, right?
Keep going.
He probably reported it or something. Yeah.
There was a cross dresser that came into the last club I worked at in South Carolina, and he looked like a regular, like older man, but he sat at my table and I was talking to him, and he like pulled up his like little pants, showed me he had like panties on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, hold on. I was like, I had to like play it off. I was like, okay, and he was trying to put lipstick on and. He wanted me. He was like, "Tell me what to do. Tell me, like, embarrass me. Like, I want to be embarrassed." And he was handing me hundreds. And I was like, "All right." I was like, "Go walk around the club and like show everyone your lipstick." And he would walk around and like show everyone. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Everybody was laughing their ass off.
You know, thinking about that, like, that used to be shocking.
Right.
the man wearing the clothes. Now it's normal.
I had one Saturday night.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday night. I had a gentleman that was a cross
You would
dresser.
never know.
Dude, I remember when I
Yeah.
first started working there years ago. Remember this one man? You'd come in there dressed up as a woman,
Right.
And we were like, "Oh my god, did you see that guy?"
Oh, he still comes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Size
when it
13
first
bumps.
started like that, it was, and nowadays you just see it and it's just quite normal.
But you don't see it as much in the strip club because it's normally straight men. You feel me? Like it's
Yeah.
not as much you're gonna see that. So when you do see it, you're like, oh, okay, what are you doing in here?
You gotta
Like,
figure out what are they?
Yeah,
They
want
feel like
girls
it's a
to
place where they can
compliment
actually
girls.
They want girls to see it and,
and
like
compliment them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they like
Well,
that.
what I've noticed is that they hide it and they expose them to the girl specifically just so they can, like the gentleman I had on Saturday night, he lifted up he had jeans on.
Yeah.
He lifted up
And
his
cowboy
jeans and cowboy boots. He lifted up his jeans to show
The cowboy
his
boots.
fishnet pantyhose. And he showed pictures of himself in a thong that he had on. He showed the top of
you
the
would
thong.
So you're saying
Yeah.
he drinks? Nah, I'm just kidding.
I put fishnets on a guy one night.
Can't name that beer by name.
I
I'm
know.
just kidding.
Yeah.
And,
What's that, Joffy? Tell us.
So-
I put fishnets on a customer one night and smacked his ass with his belt.
Oh my God, Joffy!
Yeah.
You put him on him?
Yeah, it was this club I used
Oh,
to
wow.
work at. Yeah, the guy bought me off. All I had to do was I was
He
like
bought
He
me
bought me
off.
off.
for 2 hours. Yeah, I unbuttoned my
Joffy, you're
shirt.
stealing these girls' money. What the fuck?
How much have you made? What's the most money you made in one night?
This is when Joffy was a stripper.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes
that's a true
sense.
story, though. I was like,
Makes
you cannot
sense.
touch me, but I will sit up here with you for 2 hours if you pay me.
I got $2,000.
so you I didn't know you put fishnet pantyhose
Oh yeah, he's
on
got
the
it
guy.
on video.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
The same guy that wore the panties and stuff would ask me to go in the back and kick him in the balls and stuff, and I was like, all right. I was like, this is a little much for me. Like, I can make fun of you, but I'm not really trying to go kick you in the balls. You know what I mean? In the
What's
back.
the craziest somebody's asked you to do? The craziest thing?
I mean,
This week.
probably that, or put stilettos on or stomp on their balls or whatever. I'm like, oof.
Remember Angelina said it was like a peanut
The
M&M,
nutcracker.
and they crush them.
Right.
Yeah, it must be a thing.
I
She said that her
actually,
They
customer
actually
likes that.
break apparently according to
yes,
this one girl we had. Yeah.
it's like a fetish, to
They,
stomp
swell
on
up,
them.
very
Yes,
terrible. They have
it's
to go
a
to the
fetish.
ER.
I'm into some
Right.
shit, but I
Yeah.
think that might be where I would
Yeah,
have
that's
to cross the
same.
line.
I was like, that's too
So
much.
Angelina's still the craziest.
I was
Yeah.
I was actually in the middle of a threesome one
sound would
time,
fuck me up.
and I was in the middle of a threesome one time, and this guy starts talking crazy. He was like, "Yeah, I know you want to stomp on my balls with some stilettos," and I was like, "Whoa!"
You're like, no, I
I kind of stepped out. I was like, I turned back. I didn't hear it and just kept going. I was like, "What the fuck?" He tried to act like he didn't say it.
Come up?
Yeah, he tried to act like he didn't say it after, but I was like, "Yeah, no, sir, you need
So
to
you
cut
didn't
that
do
shit."
it.
No, he was just like, well, everybody was on Molly at the time, so I'm like, maybe you didn't mean to say
doesn't
that,
count.
and I brought it. I brought it up later. He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't know." I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, he's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, okay." But his little secret desire came out at that moment.
What was your craziest request?
I don't really think any of it's that crazy. It's like
It is.
Well, it's not crazy to
about
you,
that?
but
yeah,
it's
to the
crazy.
general
Happiness
audience.
isn't that crazy.
I'll tell you one. So this one's not mine, but it's a friend of mine in Texas, and he's like, man, he calls me and he goes, something happened at work, and I thought about your podcast, and I'm laughing my ass off. And so the story was that it was this older gentleman. He walks in there, and they put a girl on him. He's got a girl, and he says, actually, what I would really like is a black transsexual woman, and I pay whatever, And so my boy's like, oh my God, this would be a perfect story for a podcast, That's a crazy story.
I got one, Madison.
thought you were
that
gonna
me and
laugh.
you can share.
I was like, "It's over."
I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't want to, that's just the gist of the story.
Cool story.
I was like, "Wait, so what happened?"
Listen, the customer's always right. He got what he wanted.
He got
End
on
of story.
Craigslist real quick. He's like, hold on, I'm gonna find this.
Madison, tell that story about the guy that puts the dildo in his pocket. Because you can tell it so good.
No, you tell. You want to tell it so bad. Tell it.
tell that
He's
story.
smiling.
So there was a guy. He came in every Thursday, and he was very shy and timid, and he would go upstairs.
VIP.
He'd go to VIP.
Go to VIP.
and He had a giant dildo in his
was
pants
in Dallas.
that he would kind of act like it was his dick at first, but then what he wanted overall was for the girl to be shoving it down his throat and saying fucked up shit in his head, my dick's bigger than yours or whatever.
Whoa.
It was fun. It was me.
He's like, I did that, by the way.
I did it. Yeah, it was fun.
Was he like gagging and shit?
Yeah.
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 You did a good job.
I feel like he's had practice.
You would have never guessed.
Yeah.
You looked. I mean, I feel like
It's always the
you never
normal
guessed.
ones.
Yeah.
It's the
I saw
normal
him
ones
walking out
that'd
the
be the
door with a
weirdest.
limp, and then I realized that he had that thing. I'm like, your
We're
dick
talking
is
like a
not on the side
big-
of your pocket.
yeah.
That's when I first knew it was a dildo. Because I'm like, your dick, nobody's dick is so long it plays right there when you walk.
Yeah.
So how does this like crazy requests and these crazy stories affect like your personal lives and your personal sex lives? Like, does it like make you crazier, kinkier?
Yeah,
or,
I think
like,
that goes back to why I kind of had to stop having sex for a little bit because it was becoming like a little trivial. I was like, it's just not.
What are we doing today?
You just don't want to have regular sex anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't
right?
like I was just having sex
Low
with
key,
people for
that's how I
connection.
am.
It was like.
Yeah.
Once
Oh
you
my
kind of
God.
expand, you don't really.
I got to
go
plan a
back.
gangbang. It was too much. I was like, what am I doing? I'm like.
So you've had gangbangs before?
No, I'd
Okay.
love to.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't believe you.
I would like to. Not like for money, for like my
Just
own.
for your own personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
how. That's
You wanna
how
go
I
right
am.
now?
That's how I. That's how I am. I don't think I'd be down with the gangbang, but I definitely like threesomes for sure.
You do like threesomes.
I do like threesomes. I do like threesomes
Yeah.
a lot. So I don't know. It's just like, and like she's saying, like once you kind of go to an extent, you can't really go back.
Yeah,
Like,
I've never been like a vanilla person, but I don't know.
Once I had like a relationship with a couple, and I was having threesomes for like almost a year straight. After that, now I'm like, how am I gonna just date a man?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna want a girlfriend too. It
Yeah.
kind of takes you to that point to where now you're comfortable with something.
Like
and
you have
want.
too many extremities that are.
No, I'm like, how am I gonna just have a man now? Like as
Like
a
something needs to be
Yeah.
here, something needs to be.
yeah, I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, as a woman, I want
have
both.
a leg right here.
I'm missing so much.
I'm like, I want one of each now. It is what it
Yeah.
is. I'm
That's
like, it is what it is. So.
So how do you pull back to a conservative point of view after you've done something extreme that now becomes your norm? So are you still having threesomes all the time, or are you?
And not all the time, but if I do like find a couple or something that I'm interested in, I'll definitely go there. I enjoy. I mean, because honestly, like a man is the easiest thing to win over. Like to be honest, like men love to have sex. They'll have sex with anybody, but like a woman is like an equal. And I enjoy winning over a woman. You feel me? Like women are harder to, like she always says they're intimidating. Like you have to like,
Yeah.
it's fun like winning over a woman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I enjoy women.
Yeah, I feel like men are a little easier. Just like,
Men will fuck anyone. So
like it's more exciting. Like I get excited around men, but I was telling her I get really nervous around women. It's hard to tell when they're like flirting with you, especially at a strip club. You're like,
I love women.
Are you trying to fuck me, or are you just like drunk and being like, you're
That's
hot?
how we
I'm
are. We
like,
flirt and then we'll be like, wait, is this for real?
yeah, like
We're
are
like,
you
wait.
actually trying to scissor, or are we going to eat? Like I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I'd be like that.
I feel like you wanted a lot of things, but you don't experiment as much as you would like.
Yeah.
Like your
I
mind
feel like
goes there, but your
I
body
feel like
can't
I
go
kinda
there.
Stop
Yeah.
myself sometimes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
probably
like-
a good thing.
Then
yeah.
I drive home and I'm like, why didn't you fuck that father and son? Like, God damn it.
Honestly,
still
sometimes you
thinking
gotta
about
say
it.
fuck it and just go for some shit and see what happens. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah.
So
I don't-
So what kind of guys do you guys are dating right now? Are you guys dating? Or,
I am
I mean, celibate.
You're celibate.
very
Are you
sorry.
looking for something in particular? Or
I
are you
want
kind
to
of hard?
get a father and son. Yeah.
Hit up those guys. What the
I'll
fuck?
fly back to Austin. Hey,
I couldn't
thought
I
about
couldn't do two guys. That's a little much for me.
it. Mm.
I like a woman and a man. I'm
Yeah.
not with two men. That's too much. That's too
Weren't
much.
you
But we don't have
recently talking
boyfriends.
to an old friend?
Yeah, I was talking to someone I went to high school with, so we've just kind of flirted back. I don't
Double chin.
normally date or talk to people my own age, so I
So
was.
what does he think about your transformation from high school to now?
Right.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think he kind
He
of
loves it.
fetishized it a little bit, and like so we hung out, and I was like not feeling it. I like him older,
You're like he
more
wants to have a
experienced.
regular date.
Yeah,
you know,
Truly,
like-
an
he
older
probably
man
would
is
have been
better.
boring vanilla sex. I would have been like staring out the window.
No,
like,
truly, an older
"Are you
man is
gonna
way
tie me
better.
up?"
For an older man is better.
I think so.
Like more experience. It's like when you can cause like young cats our age, they're not shit. To be honest,
the young cat.
they're not shit. They are not shit, bro. But an older man that's experienced and you can kind of like trust more.
I forgot what the percentage is, but I think people are having less sex nowadays. Something to do with social media, and women's standards are super high, and most people don't meet those standards, really. Like the salary, only 1% of people make a certain amount of money. They want them 6 foot plus, or I guess in their mind, and things like that. So it's become really difficult for men to get laid. Actually, people, you would think the people are fucking more. Actually, the guys that fuck all the women fuck a lot.
Yeah.
And the women that fuck those guys fuck a lot. But then the rest of the population is sexless.
That's interesting because I feel like during COVID, like that was probably a totally different story. Like people were having more sex. So maybe because they all had to go back to work.
Actually, yes and no. I mean, I've heard people that didn't want to be around other people. I mean, it was a freaky time.
Truly,
that might have led to that.
They weren't having like orgies, but they were at home like
because
fucking their
people
wives.
people were mostly focusing on that social media, watching, doing a lot of online dating, but not dating. You know, so seeing a lot of photos and a lot of people in general.
I feel what you're saying,
got jaded.
Like I do feel what you're saying, but I also think too, like men in this generation as well, like they're always just trying to fuck, especially like I said, like the younger guys, like they don't really want to put any effort. So for me personally, like if I am gonna hook up with somebody or something, like you're gonna take me on a few dates, you're gonna take me out, we're gonna go out, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna take some time. A lot of men just expect right away, you know what I'm saying?
Because it happens right away a lot.
Yeah, some girls do put out right away.
I put certain people in like bubbles when I meet them. I'm like, this is someone I'm gonna date, or this is someone I'm gonna
different categories.
Fuck, and then call them an Uber, you know.
But there's a lot of men that don't want to put in any effort, and they don't really want to do.
I'll tell you one thing that I noticed from being in the industry for so long is that women are into women like more than ever.
Yeah.
Like it is just like
That's
they're
true.
all about each other now. So I guess that's probably why, they're getting their needs filled without having as many men.
Yeah.
But
with other ones.
But I mean, as
And people don't want to have
So-
kids, you know, so
We
that's another
we
thing.
sell so many strap out, like at the store. Honestly, we sell so many strap-ons. That's like one of our number one sections in the store.
Really?
Yeah, strap-ons. True
that's
story.
why I like
Yeah.
a man and a woman. Like as a bisexual woman, have one of each is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't need a strap if you have a man in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
what
you
do
like
you
call
mean?
him and you're like, let me phone it. It's your turn now.
Yeah, but I do understand what you're saying though about the whole,
Yeah.
like people like fucking less and less. But I don't know, like people need to put more effort. But I'm not that girl that's like you said that need the 6 foot this, the money that. That's not me. I actually like shorter men way better. I've never had a
We're-
boyfriend over
We're
5'8".
all the same height laying down.
Have you ever had one under 5 foot?
No, you have to be my height. I'm 5'6". You feel me? Like I need you to be my height. I've had boyfriends that are eye to eye with me. I'm cool with that. But if you're shorter than me and you're having to like kiss me, like lean up, kiss me on the cheek, I'm turned off. You gotta go.
Right.
But
What about
I'm
you?
cool. I'm
What's
cool.
your type?
What's the shortest guy you've been with?
I don't
That's
really.
gonna be like a midget, you know? Like,
I would.
Like I actually fucked a midget one time. Like
He was so cute.
I had
I don't know.
one of my
Oh my
managers at one of the clubs in Austin was a midget.
Wow.
I was trying so
Oh,
hard, but
really?
he had a girlfriend. Yeah.
I have a midget
was
story
trying.
too.
I was like, okay, I do everything for the story, so I was like, I'm gonna try to fuck him, but no, I don't really have a type. If you put everyone to sleep
Madison.
with,
You think a lot of people propose to him like, "Hey, I want to fuck you," just because
Yeah.
yeah?
And
Yeah,
he probably gets hella
probably.
pussy. He probably gets
yeah,
hella
I mean, he was
pussy.
gonna get mine for sure. Like I was so down. I was like, this is gonna be so much fun.
I have a midget
Oh my
story.
God.
But I
Tell
don't,
us the story.
Okay, my last club, I can't remember what the name was, and I don't think we need to be naming names anyways, but it was a midget, and he was a comedian, and he came into my last club, and he had bitches with him, like bad bitches, like a whole, like 3 or 4 girls around him. I'm like, okay, like, he spent money, got dances, they did a VIP, and then when he left, there was a bouncer, and he was like, oh my God, like that midget's fingering a girl in my car. And we all went outside and looked, and he was jumping up, fingering this girl,
That's
like, and she was leaning against one of the bouncer's
the
car.
jumping up.
I swear to God.
okay, keep going, keep going.
What's the actual?
That's really about it. And then their
What's
Uber
the
pulled up
proper
and they
name?
left.
First of all,
How tall was the girl?
A little person.
Yo,
Yeah.
she was like my size. She was a regular
PG-13.
sized woman, and this man, he was jumping up, fingering her, and she was laying against the car, and like the bouncer, his name, well, I can't say his name, but he was like, "There's this girl like getting fingered on my car," and the midget was fingering her on the car, jumping up.
Little person.
And then the Uber pulled up, they
Little
hopped in the
person,
crib,
yes.
and then they left. So they hopped in the car.
Wow.
what's it like living my dream? You know what I mean?
What a
He wanted to be that
What a
woman.
visual. What a
That's a perfect one to end on.
I'm telling you.
On that
On that
note,
note, yeah, that was fun. So Madison, Emily, we appreciate it.
we'll definitely love to have you back for sure.
Okay, for
Guys,
sure.
thank you so much for tuning in to Night Shift Uncensored, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
That
Cut.
was good.
Did we do good? I was
Yeah, you
sweating
did
all the
all
time.
right.
What do you guys think?
You guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have fun.
You want to sit on?